What's up, Palm Valley? We just finished week 6 here, so we passed the halfway point now.
Yeah.
Man, Arrow Turbine getting the first win tonight?
I know, that was an exciting game for them.
What was that all about?
I know, they showed up. They're actually missing one of their biggest pieces, Tyrone McKay. He actually was a no-show today. Yeah, walking double-double. But man, Chris Rory showed up, stepped in for him, filled his shoes big time, controlled the glass. Ended up with 17 points for the night.
Yeah.
But it was exciting just to see them get their first win of the season.
They just look like a different team tonight.
Yeah, they did.
They were hitting threes.
Well, they were more patient. They were spreading the ball, taking their time, getting the open shots. They weren't forcing anything, it played dividends for them tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. I hate to see a team go 0-8.
Oh, I know, exactly. That's tough.
We were able to catch up with Robert Madison from the Arrow Turbine.
Yeah, he's also the captain.
Big game, 10 points, 8 rebounds. So
yeah,
here's Robert now.
game.
All right, we're here at Palm Valley with Robert Madison, who had 10.7 rebounds today as Arrow Turbine wins their first game 55-43. Robert, how did you feel about the game today?
Oh man, I felt good coming out today, man. I felt good coming out today. It was a pretty good run.
Yeah.
Pretty good run, yeah.
Now, your team was missing your star rebounder. Y'all missing some player. Y'all played with 5 today. How did that help y'all today?
Actually, it didn't help us. We were actually tired out there, but you know, we had to do it. We had to step up for the next man. Everybody had to step up, man.
Now, you know, y'all got your first win of the season. How does that feel right now for y'all? Going into some confidence in some later games of the season. How is that supposed to help y'all right now?
Well, hopefully it's a momentum change, man, and we start coming up with some wins, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next game we should have another win, man. Get some momentum.
And one more thing, how you feel about playing in the tournament? You know, this is your first time playing in the Lifetime Ultimate Hoop. How do you feel about it?
Oh no, the tournament is great, man. It's a great tournament, man. Great league, man. Great league.
All right. Well, I'm Maurice Lane. This is Robert Madison. He had 10.7 rebounds tonight here at Palm Valley. We'll see you after game 2.
I ain't gonna say it.
That was Robert. He's pretty happy with the victory.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm
happy.
Chris
I
Rory.
would definitely say he's a player of the game, only because you can tell he was just slowing it down, giving everybody direction. 10 points, solid game, wasn't forcing anything, and 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
Can't do anything better than that.
Yeah. So Jureks put off the victory, 55-43. We'll move on to the next game. The second game was supposed to be the game of the night, but just old school winning 75-62 against the Palm Valley Stars.
75-62, and it seemed like it could have been a lot worse than what actually the score was. I know Palm Valley Stars were missing Robert Porter, which is a big piece.
Yeah.
But old school is just tough, man. They continue just to beat you down low, move the ball, take their time. They have a presence down low with Dan McClintock, who had 27 points tonight.
Yep.
It didn't really stand out. Like, he didn't have spurts. It was just a solid game throughout the entire game.
Those second chance points, though, those are huge.
Well, yeah.
Those offensive rebounds.
Kevin Dubose had 10 rebounds for the game, and he's only 6 foot tall with heels. So
that team hits the boards hard.
They do, man. They're tough.
Yeah, we were able to catch up with Kevin as well, player of the game with 10 rebounds. So here's Kevin now.
All right, we're here for game 2 at Palm Valley. I'm with Kevin DeBose, who had 11 rebounds as old school beat Palm Valley All-Stars 75-62. Kevin, how did your team come into the game today? Y'all had a 5-point spread, I heard. How did y'all feel about that?
Hey, we're not worried about all the talk and the hoopla. We're just taking it one game at a time. And, you know, if we play together, there's nothing but I think we can take this whole thing.
Yeah. Well, y'all did a little gibbering, but then y'all settled down and started playing. Tell me about the adjustments y'all made at halftime and about the ball movement and cutting out the talking to the refs. What did y'all do?
Okay. Well, you know, we know they're decent. They're a quick team. They're fast-paced. We tried to slow them down as much as we could. I know we had to slow it down just to, you know, run some set plays, half-court sets, and try to get what we could. You know, we had to use our big fellas. But you know, it's the best thing we could do, you know, to hold them off, you know, to get that victory.
Well, also, last thing, you know, y'all got a couple more games in the regular season. Then y'all going to be heading into the playoffs. What's the biggest advantage for your team going into the playoffs?
Hey, as long as we stay together and keep doing the small things, you know, rebounding, passing and moving the ball, playing as a team, we should be victorious, you know. So.
Well, there you go. That was Kevin DeBose with 11 rebounds tonight as old school beat Palm Valley All-Star 75-62. I'm Maurice Lane. This is Kevin DeBose. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
I do have to come clean. In the predictions today, I did have Palm Valley upsetting old school. So I do apologize for all the old school fans out there. My predictions were definitely wrong this week. I'll try to be better next week, though.
I think
That's
you're
for
probably
sure.
0 for 2. I think. What'd you pick in the first game?
Actually, yes, I was 0 for 2 today.
0 for 2 today.
I'm gonna have to get somebody else to predict every week.
Speaking of that, yeah, we're taking applications now if you like to write.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let me know. Let me know.
Since you're so bad at it.
Yeah. I'd rather delegate that off somewhere else.
So if anybody's interested in writing for us for next season, get a free season.
I know Adam was interested. He did hit me up.
Adam
so
is interested.
We might have
yeah.
one.
We'd love to have a player's perspective.
Exactly.
On the games.
Yeah.
So, Rod Jackson had a huge game. He was hitting
Oh,
threes like
man.
usual with
23
points.
points, solid.
Yeah.
I think it was like 6 from 7 from just inside the paint alone.
Yeah.
So he was definitely getting to the basket today.
But yeah, they're gonna be tough. I think they're gonna finish 8-0 now. That was probably gonna be the toughest test
Yeah,
of the season.
this
we'll probably
was-
match them up again one more time probably before the season's over.
Yeah, we'll probably play them together just to make it interesting.
Yeah. Just a big announcement, I guess, for Palm Valley. We're gonna have 3 games next
Three
week for the next
games,
2 weeks.
probably the next couple weeks, just to make up for the Super Bowl bye week that we had.
Yeah.
So probably expect 3 games this upcoming week and the following
So
week.
one team will have a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then last
So
week
that's the game plan.
we'll finish with. Okay.
So we'll all finish on the same time with the other leagues.
The other leagues and then. Cool. So just in case you did miss last week, playoffs will be Tuesdays and Thursdays, all held in Tempe. First round will be March 3rd.
March
I believe,
3rd.
right?
Yep.
March 3rd will be opening night for the playoffs. So that wraps it up here in Palm Valley. Any final thoughts?
No, I'll try to be better in week 7. That's for sure. I got work to do.
All right. We'll see everybody back in week 7. Thank
You guys have a good one.
Hey, what's up, Tempe? We just finished week 7, so one more week left. Next week, just a big announcement. We're playing Tuesday and Wednesday night next week to finish up the season. For the regular season, playoffs will be again the week after. So we'll get started tonight. This will probably be our final show for the season, and then we'll start moving into playoff talk starting next week. The first game we had the Hogwarts and the Bulls. Man, the Bulls winning 94-74. Bulls look like they're on a mission right now.
They look
They're
good,
destroying
man.
everybody.
They look.
Hogwarts is a
look
solid
great.
team, and they just killed them.
Yeah. I mean, the Bulls they're healthy now. They got everyone back. They got everybody going. So, I mean, even Mark Hanash was back.
Yeah.
Dropping dimes. So it's.
And Hogwarts are just the opposite right now. They're losing everybody.
Man, everybody's dropping.
Losing Justin last week, and then losing who else did they lose to? They lost Brett. But anyways,
Brett,
So yeah, the Bulls are they're gonna finish strong. I think they're a second half team.
Yep. I don't think they've gotten challenged though.
Yeah.
As much as I want to see them be challenged, they've blown out I think every team by like 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see when it comes down to crunch time, how they respond and what they do.
Well, I think next week's gonna be the game of the week, game of the year maybe.
Oh,
I mean, we
yeah,
got
definitely.
Bulls in a game
A little
over.
trash talking going on too.
Yeah. So that might determine the number 1 seed coming out of Tempe.
Yep, I
week's
think
game.
it is the number 1. Fighting for the number 1 seed. Game over is number 1.
Yeah.
I believe Bulls is number 2.
Yeah. Bulls were able to get them in the first game this season.
They were.
But
By what, 1? I believe?
Yeah. But I don't know if the Bulls had their entire squad. So they have Marcus back now.
And Game Over didn't have their squad either. So
Yeah. So we were able to catch up with Marcus to get his thoughts for next week's game. So here's Marcus now.
Hey, how's it going, you hoops? Tuesday night, week 7. I got the Bulls' very own Marcus Atkins and his hair tonight. They came out victorious. They won. They had a great game. Marcus, he tipped in, I don't know, 15 or so points.
I'd say about 15.
He played well.
Defense.
First of all, I want to ask, what is up with that hairdo?
It was a distraction for them when they're shooting because they got great shooters on their team. So, I try to throw everybody off.
I guess it must have threw Joe off because he couldn't shoot tonight for
And
some
it did.
reason.
It's called the palm tree effect. Anybody that got dreads, try it out. It will work. It will work. It will.
All right, what you guys are like probably top 2 teams, top 3 teams
Number
now.
1 team.
What do you guys think you're going to do in the playoffs? What seed do you suspect you guys are going to have?
I feel that we're going to be number one because it's just in the defense. You know, if you have defense, you win the game. Offense, you know, it comes on its own. You know, we just move the ball. It's just so easy for us. We've been playing together for a couple of years, so.
So Avengers and Game Over play right now, and if Avengers come up on top, Game Over, they're going to drop a spot because they're ranked number one. Now you guys have to play Game Over one more time.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna beat them? You guys a better team?
See, I wasn't there the first game, and I think we only lost by 1. I'm just gonna say when I get in there, I'm gonna create a lot of energy, and they're gonna have to stop me because, you know, I'm like the blur out there. It's hard to stop me.
Our very own Sean Marion, the U-Hoops Tempe League. So, all right, Marcus, nice talking with you,
yes, sir.
And we'll see you next week.
Number 1.
It's Marcus. What do you think? You think with him, it's a
yeah, as long as he brings his hair back, he might be all right. They might get another win with the hair. I don't know, but I think he has a lot of energy. Brings a lot of energy to the team, like he said. And if he brings a lot of energy and his team picks it up as well, I think they have a good chance to win. Just because of team chemistry, and they don't rely on just hitting down, knocking down shots. Their team chemistry is there, so they get a lot of layups and a lot of open shots. And sometimes Game Over could be the opposite. Having a struggling, one-on-one, stuff like that. So I think they'll have a good chance, though.
Yeah. To me, I feel like the Bulls are going to be they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. I mean, they're deep.
Yeah, they are.
1 through 8, 1 through 9, whatever. They got bigs.
Yeah, bigs. They got
guards. They got
shooters.
Forwards.
They got JJ Redick.
Guys that do the garbage.
AKA Andrew. Brandon did well tonight too. He was throwing some great passes tonight. Doing really well. So they're at an all-time high. For a team, I think this is the best their team's ever played in any season. So they have a good chance.
Yep. We'll move on to the next game. We had the Avengers and Game Over, which was supposed to be our game of the night, but it didn't really turn out like that. Game Over ended up winning 72-55, led by Mark Price and Jeremiah.
He started out strong, and he started out the tempo for him. He said, "I'm gonna come out strong, and I'm gonna show the Avengers what they're working with." And I think Mark had the first six points for him.
Yeah.
And he was getting in the line, and I mean Ryan couldn't stop him. But Mark's a great player. You know what I mean? So.
What do you think about adding Travis to the mix?
I think it just adds another shooter. Spreads the floor out a little bit more, and then another guy, when someone gets tired, he comes in for 3-4 minutes, makes good passes, and shoots when he's open. Yeah, he's smart. He swings the ball, and he does what most teams need. You know what I mean? Just that guy to kind of facilitate the court on offense. So. But I think it's a good move for him. He has a little veteran too. When it comes down to the playoffs, he might have good thoughts. Coming into games to figure out how they're gonna grab wins. So
yeah. So next week's game is gonna be nice. So we were able to get Mark Price and Donald Didlake for an interview to see what their thoughts are for next week's game.
Damn! It's like that. Game over. Wow.
All right,
it's game over.
Let's get this interview going.
Villains is hurt tonight. Marcus the man.
Week 7, Tuesday night, we got U-Hoops again in Tempe. We got Game Over. They won tonight versus Wayland and Company, the Avengers. Mark Price, how does it feel beating Wayland and his team, man?
Man, everybody was saying after week 1, oh yeah, well y'all won because Wayland won there, yada, yada, yada. Wayland was here, Ryan was here. They got a whole new team than what they had the first time, and we still spanked that booty. I told y'all long time ago, I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. Ryan can get it. Wayland can get it. Quentin can get it. Anybody who wants to come get it can get it. Palm Valley, Scottsdale, Game Over, Hogwarts, Splash Brothers, Jamaican Hopscotch Mafia, it don't matter. Everybody can get this work.
All right, so that leads into my question. You guys got the Bulls next week.
The who's?
I'm wondering.
The who's? The old man Bulls? The old man Bulls? The elderly Bulls? They beat us last time. We had 5 guys.
8 points.
Ryan had 4 points, and I got all 8 on his ass. So we gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
had 4 points,
Now,
we win by almost
Ryan
20.
was getting dusted and disgusted all game, trying to guard me from half court, getting smoked like a Philly. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. His goggles was fogged up by smoking him so bad.
So Donald, hey, team leader, you've been here all season playing well. What do you at? What's your like aspirations to the end of the season? Like you gonna go all the way?
Championship. It's nothing but championship. That's all we playing for.
Last few seasons, game over hasn't took it. So this is the season.
Absolutely. You chalk it.
All right, so we got them playing against the Bulls. Check it out next week, and we'll see what goes down.
Game of the week again. Another blowout. Game over.
It's funny stuff, man.
That guy can talk. I didn't have to say nothing. I was like, here's the mic. Here, you want to hold the mic?
We should just have Mark do the show every week.
I know, Mark. Hey, sit in the middle and just talk stuff to every team. Yeah, he's great. But if he should, I believe he's going to show up. So he'll back up his trash talk, and he'll play well. And I think so will his team. So Donald said they're going to win everything.
Yeah.
So they're confident.
I mean, yeah.
But
Justin Chambers
again, they haven't really played against someone really good. So next week will be a true test for both teams, the Bulls and Game Over. It'll be a good test.
Who's your pick?
I'm gonna take the Bulls.
Bulls again?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bulls because.
What if Justin Chambers shows
If
up?
Justin,
you think it makes a difference?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Although it's matched up pretty evenly because the Bulls have size and so do Game Over, but I think it's all gonna matter on who's knocking down shots because they both play similar. They play fast, and they play hard, play great D. So it's gonna be whoever makes more shots towards the end of the game. That's who's gonna win.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun.
Tuesday night, correct?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then the last game, Sub-Zero getting their first win of the season.
Unfortunately
against us,
but
man, we're just falling apart.
We're just falling apart, man. Well, we can't get 5 guys to show up, man. Dang.
But yeah, Sub-Zero beat us 82-63. Another huge game for Brandon Mangiano, man. Great game.
That kid's good, man.
Yep. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Paul Soldinger.
Yeah, he's a little underrated.
He had some big 3-pointers today, coming through with them for 4 3-pointers and 16 points.
Yeah.
So
I think he played well, and their whole team shot really well too. So
Jason Osborne said he shut you down tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, right. He didn't shut nothing down. I burned him a few times, and I was trying to facilitate for my team because if I would have went to work on him, it would have been a wrap. But he knows. We have our talks on the sideline. He knew what's up.
Yeah. But the way things are going this season, I'm not even sure if we deserve a playoff spot anymore.
I know.
I might just.
We started off strong, and I think it's just tapering off. I think.
Yeah.
It's just tapering off. But I think we all play hard, and we still have fun, and we show what U-Hoops is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's been fun.
Have fun and play together as a team. So I think we do that, and hopefully, season's coming through. We might put together some good teams.
Yeah, well, that's going to wrap it up in Tempe. Stay tuned for Born next up in Scottsdale. So next week, we're going to have our playoff show. We're going to have the seedings. We're going to announce all the seedings.
We're doing 3-point contest?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try to. So.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yep. So, all right, well, that wraps it up. We'll go to Born now, Scottsdale. Hey, Scottsdale. Just finished up week 7. 7 down, 1 to go.
1 to go, man.
Yeah. So we had a couple big games tonight. The first 2 games were actually both considered the game of the weeks, I guess. Yeah. It was pretty. But we'll start with the Supersonics and Twisted Steel game. That game had a lot riding on it as far as playoff implications.
Yeah.
And it looks like Twisted Steel kind of moved ahead tonight, winning 78-67 over the Sonics, which I think is going to set up a rematch for next week. So give the Sonics one more chance to see if they can maybe possibly still make the playoffs.
Yeah, they both came in 1-5, so whoever won this game, took had the edge going into next week, I think. But Twisted Steel pulled it out a little bit. Supersonics fought hard, man. And Clayton hit 9 threes. But
that's what Clayton does, though.
Yeah, that's what he does. But Twisted Steel, they finally got TJ and Eli.
Yeah.
That's a tough 1-2 combination right there. And then Sean, of course, dropping his 25 points again. But they've got almost a full squad now, so.
Twisted Steel is going to be scary if they somehow squeeze into the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's not a team I would want to play in the first round.
So I think
Eli and TJ.
Yeah.
That's not a team I would.
They
it would be a
both
scary
play,
first round matchup for any top 8 seed.
Exactly.
They're not going to get a top 8 seed, but it's not the first. They're going to.
But they are the dangerous lower seeds. They're definitely going to be, if they make it, because of course, if Supersonic can pull out the win next week, it'll come up to point differential.
Yep.
So who knows? Who knows what will happen? But Twisted Steel controls their own destiny now. They win next week, they're in. So.
Yep. We were able to catch up with team captain Sean and TJ for post game to hear their thoughts on the big win. Hey, what's up, Scottsdale? We just finished up the game of the week, Sonics and Twisted Steel boys. That was a huge win tonight. So they're pretty much probably going to clinch the playoff spot. How do you guys feel going into the playoffs now in 2 weeks?
We feel real good. TJ is finally back. So really it was just about having enough players. TJ, Eli, Blake. So we feel pretty good going into the playoffs.
You guys are going to be like one of my sleeper teams, I think, for the tournament now that you guys have your whole squad back. So how does it feel coming back to your squad finally?
It was good, man. I was glad they let me come back, I get about 10 more pounds to lose, and, I can give a little more contribute to the team. But it's good back to run with the guys, right in the nick of time, so make this playoff run.
You guys might be the best number 6 seed, I think, in the entire history of U-Hoops. So, best of luck to you guys. That was TJ and Sean. Yeah. So, they look confident.
They should be. Like I said, if they get a full squad together, they've got the talent. TJ and Eli are, that's a big handful. I mean, they're both big, they're both scorers, they're both shooters. But, and Sean's a good scorer too. So they got a good mix. It's just, let's see if they show up next week. If they don't show up next week, it's going to be the same old story. They're going to lose again. So.
Yeah, TJ came back at the perfect time.
Make a playoff run. Yeah. That's a veteran move right there, TJ.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the next game. We had the Splash Brothers, #1 ranked, and the Time Lifers. Splash Brothers coming through 76-67.
Yeah.
Another big game from Fred, 34 points.
You know what? The first half they looked a little lackadaisical. They were forcing the ball a little bit again. They weren't hitting the shots, but towards the second half, I saw Fred just rally the troops again. And then Jordan came big with 18 rebounds. Calvin had 13 points, like 12 rebounds. It's just a second half team. They just know how to win. They just clamped down and just won. And then, it was a good game just because Splash Brothers are probably going to be the #1 seed, but for Time Lifers, it's a matter of rankings, where they're going to be seated now. Yeah. And that drops them actually down to 4-3 now. That's going to be crucial when we see them because, they're a good team, but now if they got to move down to like the 8th, 9th, 10th spot, they got to play one of the top seeds in the playoffs. That's going to be a tough road for them. It's going to be more challenging than that. So this is a big game. They needed to win this one and maybe next one to kind of get a higher seed, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it was really close. I think Eddie Allen hit a really big 3 with about a minute or so left, up 3. And I think the 3-pointer he hit in the corner was definitely what clinched the game for them.
It did. Time Lifers are coming back a little bit. Danny was bringing them back. Jim Hobbs is playing some good, hitting some shots. But, Eddie hitting that shot, so.
Well, yeah, we're going to go to Eddie now. Eddie and actually Big Cal.
Big Cal.
All right, so. Hey, what's going on, Scottsdale? We just finished Splash Brothers and Time Lifers. Eddie Allen just hit a big game-winning 3-pointer in the corner. How did that feel?
Felt pretty good. Pretty good, yeah.
How do you like playing with your new teams so far?
I love it. They play together.
You missed the free agents?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
You guys got any? How do you guys think you guys are going to do in the tournament in about 2 weeks? You guys still think you guys are the front runner?
We still. It's going to be a little tough now that we don't have one of our key players here, but we still are going to be able to play well, and we should do fine with the addition and Brendel and all those guys playing on our team. We should do fine come then. We just have to play. We got to stick up, play better defense, and stop being so unselfish because we overpass sometimes, and that's been our downfall.
There's going to be a lot of pressure on you guys finishing a season possibly 8-0.
8-0, that's what we're looking at, 8-0.
All right, well, that wraps it up here with the Splash Brothers. Good luck to you guys in the playoffs.
Free agent, see you later.
Well, that was Eddie and Big Cal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they might be the number 1 seed, but they're not as strong as they used to be without Nick. They look vulnerable a little bit.
Like I said,
Started
they're
a little bit slow.
The first half, they always look slow. They always look like they're a step behind. I mean, it took a big shot from Eddie. He's 1 for 6. That was a big shot for them to kind of seal it. But even last week, they were down, 42 minutes of the game. They finally came back the last 2 minutes. So there's a kink in the armor, but you can't put it past him now. Fred he's a monster. He's a beast. But yeah, they can be beat, man. I think teams see the blood in the water and they're trying to attack.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll move over to the next game. We had the X-Over and free agent team. X-Over winning 107-84. And I gotta give a shout out to my boy Jesse. He was he was hitting threes left and right. I swear to God, every time I looked, he was draining him. Brandon couldn't guard him.
Oh, he can't. You can't guard him.
I told Brandon, I was like, you can't guard him.
Brandon can't guard shooters, man. I popped a 3 on him earlier last week. No, but I think what happened was they kind of went down to level competition. Like Crossover knew they could beat them, so there were a lot of open shots.
Yeah.
The intensity wasn't there. I mean,
the free agent team hit a lot of big 3-pointers tonight, though.
Yeah, they've got some good shooters. I think that's what happened. Crossover just kind of a little lackadaisical on defense. DeLon did his thing with 33, but shout out to big man Lavelle Jones, 30 points.
He was cherry picking again.
Cherry picking Jones.
I'd watch the game for every 5 seconds, and I swear Lavelle just be right there.
Lavelle cherry picking Jones. Oh man.
New nickname.
New nickname. Cherry picking. I got some lemons. You want to pick that too if you want, Lavelle. But he scored 3 points. He's a big man to guard, and if he's getting points, it's tough. But enough about that game. I just think Crossover just more talented.
We ain't hating. You do your thing, Lavelle. Get your points. It's all about the stats. Ain't about the wins and losses.
Get your points, buddy.
All right. The last game of the night. It was a great game. We Them Boys and Jamaican Hopscotch Mafia.
There you go.
Winning 84-76. And it was it's 2 big losses now for We Them Boys. They're falling apart down the.
Look, I've watched both games the last couple of weeks. They come up, guns ablazing in the first half. They were up. I mean, they had them. The second half somehow it just seems like they crumbled a little bit. They fell under pressure. Shots weren't going in. They're forcing it. Jamaican. Credit to them. Brett was taking it to the whole second half. I think he had like 25 points. I think 24 of them came in the second half.
Yeah, Brett had a huge game.
Yeah.
He got to the basket pretty much at will.
It was the second half.
I was surprised because Nate's usually a really good defender.
Nate got in a little bit of foul trouble, so he backed off a little bit. But credit all to Brett because he knew that, he knew the situation, and he attacked. He attacked and got his points back, and they rallied the troops because, like I said, We Them Boys were up. They were pushing the ball. They were handling Jamaican. They were off a little bit, but second half, I think We Them Boys got in a little foul trouble. Tristan wasn't hitting his shots a little bit. Aaron wasn't hitting his shots, and Jamaica just outran them and just pulled away.
It's unfortunate. It's 2 games in a row. I think We Them Boys are gonna have to find a closer pretty soon.
Like I said, they play hard in the first half. The second half,
they don't have that one guy that's just the go-to guy.
Well, Tristan's there, but he was just off today. So I mean, they moved the ball. Oh my God, the first half they moved the ball exceptionally well. I saw 4 or 5 passes, hitting shots. Second half, it just wasn't there. It just wasn't there for them. So it's a tale of 2 halves for this team. But hopefully they can put it together come playoff time. So we'll see.
Jamaican's been looking pretty good though last 2 weeks, right?
I think now they've settled in a little bit. They picked up Josh Henderson. That's gonna be a big pickup for them. He's kind of a lockdown defender. He can play hard. He's a good team player.
Yeah.
Diedrich didn't play this week, but he's a good addition as well too. So I think they're back to the winning ways, man. They had a little speed bump in the middle of the season, but look out for them, man. They're just too damn athletic.
Yeah, that's a good mix for sure. One big announcement next week is week 8, just in case. I know it's not on the schedule yet, but it's gonna be posted.
Yeah,
by this weekend at least for sure. So. Any final thoughts? Do you want to talk about anything else?
No, man. I'm excited for the playoffs. I think a lot of these teams got to realize that it's going to be tough, man. There's 16 teams in this playoffs. Open. It's wide open, yeah. I mean, you can either come with it, man, because it'll be exciting. But next week we'll get some good matchups kind of going in. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for the start of the playoffs coming up.
This will probably be our last This Week in the Desert. As next week we're going to have our seating show, our Selection Tuesday. But yeah, it'll be our selection show. So look out for that for next week. If you guys enjoyed the show this season, please leave us a comment. Any suggestions? We're always open to suggestions. So anything that we can do better.
I'm not. Don't hate on me, man.
It's perfect.
Only
right?
nice things, man. It's perfect. There's no improvements needed.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the weekly shows. Leave us a comment, please, and we'll see everybody for selection Tuesday this week.
Sounds good.
So, thank you.